Hey guys, Mike with Gettin Greasy Garage, and back here on the '09 GMC Sierra that I just put the rebuild video up about. So fired this thing up, and yeah, it ran all right. Had some computer issues that I talked about. We found a way around that, but that's not what this video is about. So upon starting this thing up, it had low oil pressure, low to the point that the computer at 10 psi said, shut it down. And went back to everything. Of course, these have an oil pressure sensor at the back of behind the intake there. Cheap parts, so went ahead and changed that. Still had low oil pressure. Now, this thing wasn't clanking and clattering, so it wasn't no oil. It was just low oil pressure. Get to digging around, doing some research on the new pump that we bought when we ordered parts for this motor. Started looking at the old pump, did a little bit more research, and I contacted Melling themselves. Melling is an oil pump manufacturer, and got the straight scoop on what is the right oil pump for this. And I'm going to break it down in this video of what this application needs, what we ran into, and why. I'm going to provide you with a list and a link to Melling so that you can get the right oil pump and not make the mistake that we did and have to pull the whole front of the motor back down and pull the balancer off and change the pump in the truck. So stay tuned. Alright guys, well, as you can see, I took out the truck, showed you what was going on, told you what the problem was. Now we get into where it gets confusing. So right here, I'm going to put up a chart showing all of the Gen 3, Gen 4 LSs and what pump they should have. At the end of that is a link that's to the Melling website. You can go look at the same chart in more detail. You can freeze this, whatever. But that's the chart straight from Melling themselves. I spent over an hour on the tech line with Melling, getting to the bottom of all of this stuff. Because it's quite confusing. Used to be with small block Chevs, you had standard oil pump, you had high pressure, you had high volume, you had high pressure and high volume together. Now, that is the case with these modern pumps with some differences. Uh, what we ran into to get to the bottom of it is the aluminum block LS. This is a Gen 4 that is in that 2009 truck. The aluminum blocks run a higher volume pump. Now, I say higher volume, but they also sell an actual high volume pump that's even higher volume. As confusing as this is. That's why I say if you have any questions, go to the Melling website. You can look at these charts. You can call their tech line. All these companies that make parts have tech lines for a reason, and they are there to help us. So when we ordered the oil pump, we ordered a timing chain and oil pump kit off of eBay. I put the application into eBay search engine. 2009 GMC Sierra 1500, four-wheel drive, 6 LED transmission, blah blah blah. Submodel, all of it. It listed this engine that we have, the aluminum block, all of that. Well, shipping comes here. I open the box, new oil pump, time to put that on the motor. And I get this guy. They all look pretty similar. Oop, a little bit of oil. Okay. I put that pump on the motor. Thought, right pump. I did everything I was supposed to do on my end as the consumer. The right application. put the motor together, put it in the truck, fire it up, and like I said before, we have about 10 pounds oil pressure. Well, obviously, I got oil all over. Obviously, that's not right. So, delve back into it. I call Melling's tech line, tell them what pump I have, which the one I just showed you is the M295, which is a standard volume, standard pressure, Melling factory replacement pump. Now, that pump is the replacement for Gen 3, Gen 4 iron block motors for the most part. Again, check your application. Talk to the Melling guy. He says no. For that application being aluminum block, even though we deleted the DoD displacement on demand system, you still need to have the M365. This is a higher volume pump. So that's what we ended up with. This was going on the motor, or weather was horrible today. So we're going to put this pump on to secure any and all oil pressure problems. Now, digging into this deeper, reading stuff online, everybody talks about high pressure, high volume pumps on what they're putting together. Now, they're going to talk about numbers like 10294, 10295, 10296, and there's a couple other ones. Now, those high pressure, high volume pumps in that series are for used engines with looser bearing clearances, your race motors, and stuff like that. This Sierra that I'm working on is a bone stock engine that we put a bone stock crank and bearings in. So it's a fresh rebuild. There's no bearing clearance issues. Everything's set at mic'd out at 2,007 inch assembled. So there's no reason to go with a higher pressure, higher volume pump, according to what I know and what Melling says. So that's why we're putting the M365 in. Now, that M295, the old turbo motor out there, that pump, that was a 4.8 iron block. This is the original pump that came off that motor. You guys remember? You guys know the $1,000 auto project truck. The 295 and this are the same. The 295 is a replacement for this. This just happens to be the actual pump off of the 5.3 aluminum block out of the '09. So don't get confused with any of this. Just showing you guys this stuff. Um, but this added to a lot of confusion. I mean, here I am, brand new crank and bearings and cam and gaskets, rings, everything. The only thing we didn't do was bore that motor and put new pistons in it, but there was so little cylinder wear that it was worth it just to run a dingle ball hone through it and throw new bearings in it. Even at 230,000 miles. I mean, these LSs don't wear out. Everybody knows that. Oh, I can't say they don't wear out, but they're taken care of. They don't overlap the cylinders, and you can still play with them a lot. So, I mean, right here I have 4 oil pumps for 3 different applications, and it can get confusing. So take your time, do your research on your oil pump so that you don't put the motor together, put it in the vehicle, and then have to tear all the whole front all down again like I did. And of course, all the unarmed terror commandos out there, oh, they're probably going to put all kinds of nasty comments. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should use this and that. Well, say what you want, but I went right to Melling themselves. I'm using what they told me to use. I didn't build a race motor. We just did a stock rebuild. There's no reason to use a bigger pump. Uh, the stock pump, this one, 230,000 miles, it was still working, did just fine. So I just wanted to put this video out there and throw some of this information out uh, to save any of you the frustration and hassles that we've had with this. Now I will at the end of the video put up the information about the 295 and the 365 M series, and they what Melling says is the differences. Now, if you go to the Melling website, they have since seems to me moved on from the M series to these 10294 through 96 and a few other series pumps. They're just a modern updated pump. I mean, like every manufacturer, there's improvements made, and that's why it's so important, you guys, to if you're not sure what you need, get a hold of the manufacturers and talk to them. Any of the tech lines for whether it's a camshaft or rebuild parts, pistons, crankshafts, oil pumps, gaskets. Information's out there if you do the research. Now you can email, you can text with these guys. They all have chat things that you can do. I like calling them and talking to them on the phone personally. Uh, that way, I know what I'm hearing, and there's nothing lost in communication. So, anyway, guys, getting about long enough on this video, but hopefully this helps somebody out. Use this chart or go to Melling and look up this chart. Make sure what oil pump you have. Save yourself the headache that we had. So, anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the new subscribers. Hopefully you're finding something here that interests you. Um, really appreciate all the views and all the support of the channel. We're slowly growing, and we'll see where that takes us. But anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. And I'll put a link to the build video up here. And yeah, that's it for now. Stay greasy, my friends.